Welcome to another episode of Supernatural Singapore, our special for the Ghost Month. In this episode, we'll introduce you to a man who says he has gone to hell and returned. He tells us what hell looks like. We also visit a block of flats which is believed to be haunted. We talk to some of its former residents who tell us about their scary experiences. With me today are two members of the Society of Paranormal Investigators who will help us make sense of these paranormal encounters. We have MJ Chow.
Hi.
And Atto.
Hi.
Welcome, guys. Now, many of us have wondered if heaven and hell exist, but this man says that hell certainly does exist, and he's seen it for himself. Let's watch this clip.
It was 7 months, and I was walking at Ang Mo Kio Hub at the basement, and I saw a shop, which is feng shui. And I saw a notice that saying that there is a Taoist priest, a group of Taoist priests who comes down and, they are very famous for bringing people down to the hell. So I went into the shop and they did explain to me, and I did not hesitate. I paid about almost $200. So my intention was to meet up with my parents and to ask them for help or whatever, why things went wrong. That was, the reasons that I went. And also, I was so depressed. I was also thinking that that's the only way to be with them, since they also have loved me very much, and then I think it's much more comfortable,
So in other words, you actually wanted to go to hell and you wanted to stay there and never come back to earth.
We never come back to earth. I went down personally to Geylang at Long 17. We were ushered into an office space of Long 17, like a classroom where 12 of us were seated, each in a row. And we were instructed, to take off our shoes. Then we have joss paper that we have to step on, and we are, blindfolded with the joss paper. So we are told also to be very focused, to look for a very tiny light. You just follow the lights, So as a result, I've seen, then as he started, the Taoist priest start chanting. So I spotted the light, but I was not too sure, was it that light or is it my imagination, It's a very tiny light. It's just, like a star. Very small. It twinkles. Yes, just a dot. It's just a dot. But it was just, really, it's very fast. The way we're moving like zigzag here and there, like I'm just chasing, the lights. I feel that, like I'm just flying. But we have a body, it's just like, just following the light and,
Did you feel very light?
We are very light, very light. So I was surprised, and I just could not imagine how could I, fly, And suddenly, I was just dropped down. And suddenly, I was just dropped down, to a place, whereby when I look up, I saw, the sky, and the rest are with mountains and, forests all over the trees. And it was very gloomy, and it's very foggy, So I was saying that I could not move. I heard voices ask me to move, don't stop. But I said I couldn't move. So the chanting starts again, So all of a sudden, I could just, float up again. And there again, I spotted the light. So I followed the light, So as I followed, suddenly again, I went right down again to another place where also is the same. I see trees, forests.
It was at night.
Yeah, it was. In the forest. But the only light I could see was the sky. It's very, very chilly and very, eerie. You can feel something very snow, and you feel very cold. The voice was telling me, you see, that, you just continue to move. I said, I couldn't move. I don't know whether I'm replying or not, but I just only mentioned I couldn't, but only an instruction telling me you continue moving, you see. And I flew up again. So, as I flew up, I saw a mountain that is, with a half face of Buddha carved onto the mountain. Then, on my right, then I saw a house. You see, a 3-story house that I burned for my mom. My mom passed away, we burned that same house. And I went and I saw the door was open and the windows are open. I peeped, I couldn't see anything. The door, I tried to walk in, I couldn't move. Don't doubt, there was no door, it was open. As I just was loitering around, and suddenly there was, a lotus came right to the entrance. Then I just said that there was a lotus that came right to the entrance. Then I heard voices says, you just go on top. So as I, went on top of the lotus, then I was, it went backwards to the mountain where the Buddha's face was there. Then suddenly appeared a lady holding a lotus flower. She's really beautiful, wearing white, and very, beautiful, So a voice told me, says to ask permission, whether could I go into the house, ask her permission. So Lady of Goddess of Mercy also said the same thing. So then suddenly, you see, the lotus went forward right to the entrance of the house. I came down, I was shocked. I could walk in. I came down, I was shocked. I could walk in. So I walked past a hall, second hall, and the third one where I saw my mum in the rocking chair. I knew it was my mum, but she's still covered with a blanket over her face. So I knelt down to her and I told Mum, I have a lot of problems. She just told me, says, I know everything, it's okay. You just go back. So I walk out. I was quite a bit unhappy, because this is, that she just only very short and sweet. She just told me just to go back.
And also because you wanted to stay.
Yeah, and I also wanted to stay. I thought that I could live together with them, you see, my father, So as I walk out, then the lotus came. So I went up to the lotus and I was, it went backwards again and, the lady was there. And I heard voices that it's time to come up. So I went up, together with the lady, together with the lotus, you see. And as I looked down, I saw my dad coming back. And he was waving and smiling at me. And I was very shocked, it's because when he died, I polished that shoe for him, and it's very shining. And the clothes that he was wearing was where we buried him. We put him on a coffin. That really shocked me. So when I went back to earth, I was the first. I was standing beside the priest. And I touched him, I could not feel him. And he doesn't know that, I was beside him. So I thought I was a normal person beside him, but not knowing that, actually I asking myself, how come I touch him? I talk to him, he doesn't even know. So as I turned around, I saw my body sitting on a chair. So like a statue, yeah.
So it was your soul.
Yeah, so I believe that was my soul. That is my first experience that I really have witnessed it. So when all came up, those people who has passed away, they all came up. And it says, all of you can go back to your seat. You see. So I just flew to my body. It was very amazing. I was really very shocked.
There were 12 people.
Yes, there were 12 people
who went down to hell with the priest.
Yes.
What did the other people see?
Okay, they heard voices. You see, those who were with me, and I could hear the voices they heard their loved one was crying or calling them, and they wanted to see them, but they were not fortunate enough, I mean, like myself. But I have not seen all this, and they said that they have seen fires there, you know, here and there and all sort of things. It was very frightening and all sort of things, you see.
So different people saw...
Yeah, saw different things, yes. Different people saw different things.